Hello, hello, hello. Right. Let's get set up and let's do some painting. I hope everyone's all right. Whether you're watching this live on either Twitch or YouTube or watching it back when it's uploaded to YouTube later on. I am missing a wet palette sheet. Where's that? There it is. So tonight we're going to be painting the legendary version of Tesla. So let me go and get the other one. Grab him so you can see what the other one looks like. This is him in his non-legendary form. So we painted this up a few weeks ago. You can see him floating there on the... I didn't go for classic blue lightning. I went for more warp lightning-esque. So there he is there. And then we've got the legendary version here. So this is all from the game Wild West Exodus. So yeah. Thought I would crack on and do him this evening. He's a bit of a fun one to paint. Now let me move some stuff aside and we can crack on. If anyone does appear in the chat, wants to say hello, feel free to say hello. Otherwise I'll waffle on to myself. Getting my wet palette to actually be wet. It's a brand new sponge in there. It doesn't seem to be soaking any water up. Hope everyone's had a good Tuesday. It's Tuesday, right? Yeah, it's Tuesday. Yeah. Tuesday. Okay. Music shouldn't be loud. Hopefully that's the case. Let me know if it's a bit too loud. Right, I'm going to move all these. These are all guardsmen that are going to be painted up as well, but they need a good old sort of batch job painting on them. So I'm going to do them at a different time. Not when we've got some huge robot we can paint. That's far more interesting. So yeah, the process I've done on this guy so far is obviously built him. I primed him black. I then overbrushed him with a silver. And then on top of that, I airbrushed this color here, Talisar blue. And over a silver, you get kind of a metallic blue look to him. So that's going to be like the base of everything. And then I'll paint all my details and stuff on top. So obviously one of the first things he's going to get is a lot of gold trim. So just like his non-legendary version. Well, let me just bring up chat and stuff in case I miss anything. Brushes loaded up, because let's face it, this guy's going to have a lot of trim on him because he's quite a chunky boy. I'm going to do the same as the other guy. He will have I won't be going back to the blue lightning. I'm going to stick with the green theme because I quite like the green. It contrasts nice against the blue, rather than just more blue lightning. A bit of, yeah. Hey, Crispin. Thanks for saying hello. Welcome, welcome. Hope you're well. You have a slip with the brush there. Yeah, so the reason why I did a black primer and then a silver overbrush is that any bits I then miss with the blue is just your darkest areas, so you're not worried because it's in your shadow. There's this young man. Well, this is, to be fair, this is quite a chunky model. So, this round's on me. Hey, buddy, wanted to stop by and see what you're working on. It's great. Oh, cheers, man. Thanks for stopping. That's really cool of you. Thank you very much. You guys are legends. Yeah, so this is a game called Wild West. One, I definitely haven't got young eyes. I'm an old man now, crikey. But this is for a game called Wild West Exodus. So if you can think of the not so amazing film with Will Smith, the Wild Wild West film, imagine that was a miniatures war game, and that's pretty much what you've got. It's Wild West gone weird. So that's what the table behind me is all set up for. But yeah, I appreciate anyone popping in and saying hello. That's always nice. I would love to meet up with people and play a game, Crispin, but I think given the current climate of things, I think the chances of there being big war games meetups happening anytime soon, it's much like retro video game meetups. I think they're a long way away, I think. As sad as that is, I think that let's get all of the shots. Yeah, we just need all of the shots. I need to walk around with a constant booster. Yeah, same here. I had my booster shot the other day. Made me feel sick as a dog, but needed to be done. At this rate, I'm going to need an intravenous drip of booster. We'll all be walking around with little canisters of it. Oh, that's good that you didn't get sick. That's good. I was rough. Let me just check something. Can you guys let me know if you can hear everything okay? If there's any dodgy sound or anything. don't know if the this rounds on me guys are still in the chat, but congratulations on your YouTuber of the month. That was very cool. And also YouTuber of the year nominations. That's a pretty cool thing. A pretty cool thing. I don't know how far I want to go with this gold trim. I'm gonna do bits. Yeah, you should definitely set up a YouTube channel, Christine. I'm kind of experimenting at the moment. Obviously, I was all Twitch. Everything I used to do was on Twitch. But recently, I've switched over to YouTube. So tonight's the first time I've streamed the painting side of what I do on YouTube. And the reason why, I'm going to be honest, Twitch is great from you just want to get your content out there, and you know it's quite easy to do. And if you want to earn money, you can earn money on Twitch quite quickly, I think. YouTube definitely takes longer, but one thing I'll say is that the community on YouTube, as in other people on the platform, is amazing. Like genuinely, I haven't met a bad egg yet that hasn't been helpful or you know commented on videos or just been really nice. So I'm sort of tempted to just stop the Twitch thing and just bring everything over to YouTube, just because it's one, it means I don't have to manage two environments, and two, I've genuinely been impressed by everyone that I have spoken to or had interactions with. Most of that's been around the retro video gaming, so it hasn't been too much on the hobby side of things. But I do know quite a few, not quite a few, I know a couple of YouTubers who are into hobby wargaming as well. So I'm quite unique in that I'm into two quite distinct hobbies. You know, the miniature wargaming and painting, and also the retro video gaming. Video gaming is a hobby, man. Yeah. So I play all of the stuff behind me. So there's every generation of console from the NES upwards. The only consoles I'm missing are a Master System, which I'm hopefully picking up very soon. And then to the left of me, I've got a PC setup, but I've also got a physical Windows XP PC for really old games. I've also got now recently an Amiga virtual machine, but I'm hopefully going to get my hands on an Amiga very soon as well. So yeah, everything from Nintendo upwards. Commodore 64, I've got one of those coming. So everything up from there. So last night, Vermintide, yeah, play Vermintide. Yeah. We did some family co-op on Vermintide. We set up like a miniature, so the table behind me, we set up a whole bunch of PCs, and me and my boys played Vermintide as like a little LAN party together. Hey Jim. Yes, on Steam, Crispin, yeah. Yeah, totally we can play. Yeah, ping me your Steam ID or something, and I'll get you added on there and we can play. For sure. For sure. Dark Tide, that's the 40k version, isn't it? One that's going to be like, I guess, like playing Kill Team. Okay, cool. All right, I'll add that later on. Yes, at the moment. So I think yeah, very tempted to switch everything over to YouTube. One, also because this situation is a little bit weird, because I've obviously got a chat going on in Twitch where I'm talking to you guys, and then there might be a chat going on in YouTube. So you kind of split between chats a little bit, and that feels a bit weird, because then other people can't bounce off the conversation. You're only getting half of it, but yes, Jim, this is the legendary version. You've already seen me paint this guy. So a few weeks ago, I painted this guy up. I think he was around when I painted this. So this is the legendary version of him. So he's sat inside. You can see him. You can see his head poking out there. This is when he's in his big mech version. I think the guys on Beasts of War were talking about this model today. I think Justin did a bit of a review of it, and by all accounts in the game, it's pretty. I mean, it looks like it should be pretty monstrous. Speaking of Steam, the announcement is out. What's beta testing to be in soon? Oh, Jim, what's this? Are you releasing something? Ah, cool. Oh, I'll have to check that. So, Valor and Victory DLC campaign. Oh man, I'll have to check that out. I don't think I actually own Valor and Victory, but I will buy it to just play your download. I can be your idiot guide tester. If I can make it work, then you know you've done all right. Yeah, see, I'm going to change this gold grate here. I'm actually going to change that to silver. Because otherwise, if I do this trim round here, there's too much gold. It's just like gold on top of gold. And I don't really like it when things are like that. I like there to be a bit too much variation. I'm careful what I promise it is a hex game. Oh, I assumed it was going to be a hex-based game, yeah. But hey. Is this paid for DLC, Jim? You making money from this? And I mean that in the right way, because I want you to be. I will definitely buy it to support. Hopefully someone's paying you for your time. This thing's going to have so much gold trim. I think that's all I'm going to get painted tonight is gold trim. Excellent. That's good to hear. Well, congratulations, pal. That's good. That's pretty awesome to have something published in the Steam library. Definitely a cool achievement. Way too much paint on this brush. This is the beginning of a new venture into the video game market. See you on the next big AAA Call of Duty. Is the next Call of Duty the Napoleon Napoleon variant? Call of Duty Black Powder, that's what it should be called. So, look, I've already got the name for it. Are they listening? Call of Duty Black Powder. There we go. That's not a bad idea. Got some cracks on his feet. Yeah, I like that. Sort of like stamping up the ground. Most of them have been on desert bases. I mean, he'll be on a deserty floor. So yeah, I think I'll have a think about how I can do that. That's quite a cool idea. I like that. Making it look like he's making big footprints in the ground. Hey, Mort. Hey, buddy. Yeah, this dual streaming is definitely weird because I am like trying to. Luckily, YouTube is very quiet, so it is weird having to watch two chats. But yes, certainly recent events have made me go, I wonder if I should just move over to YouTube exclusively. Yeah, I bet. Yeah, 2 seems weird enough. The only reason I don't do it immediately is obviously I've got quite a nice following. Well, it's not huge, but I've got nearly 400 followers now on Twitch, and see, I've got a lot less on YouTube. But I guess everything just takes time to build up, and you know. No, that is actually his real head. That is his. Yeah, he is stupid enough to have all this amazing protection around him, and then just have his fleshy head sticking out the top of it. You know.
All over the country, armies of young people are blasting away at invaders from outer space and paying for the privilege. I'll be looking at the electronic game craze, which has not only fascinated the nation, but which has created some interesting problems as well. Although it looked innocent enough, this machine turned out to have some unusual powers. It kept kids mesmerized for hours.
Oh, I did actually do the shoulder. Don't remember what I actually painted and what I didn't. want to get back to me. I need to get these guys painted up so I can get back to me moonstone, because I haven't finished my moonstone stuff yet. Let's just taking a slight pause. Bust out some of this. Yeah, so these are called stadium bases, and all of them. When it look at the inventory ones. Look at the size of that. Look at the thickness of that base. So they have got unique bases on these models. They are pretty chunky. And those bases look like. Yeah, no. This is all for that Wild West Exodus game, Jim. This isn't even 40k. I know it looks very 40k, doesn't it? From the especially the color scheme I'm painting it. This looks very Space Marine, doesn't it? But yeah, they went with a really chunky base on these guys. And the base is actually used in the game to determine heights of things and stuff like that. So I know why they did it, because like anything over the base, the height of the base is a different type of terrain and things like that, so they could do it that way. But it is a bit weird because it does make things quite difficult. You've got terrain. Those bases don't always fit inside things like buildings and stuff like that. So don't know if I like that. Might have gone a bit too far with that one, I reckon. Yeah, because where am I going to stop? Not even the right. I know, Jim. It's disgraceful. Be ashamed of yourself. I'll let it go this one time, Jim. All right. Not like I haven't mistaken half of what you do constantly for something else. I think you can be forgiven for not knowing one fantasy world from another fantasy world. But yes, this is more of the Wild West Exodus stuff. Again, very kindly sent to me by the guys at On Tabletop, who have been super awesome. They've just sent me a ton of stuff to go with this project. And again, no expectations, just, hey, you're doing really cool, we love what you're doing, we'd like to continue doing some more. And I was like, yeah, sure, we certainly love it as a game, so they sent us some more stuff. Pretty cool in my book. Right. I'm conscious of maybe not going too overboard with the gold trim. Whatever I do, I have to remember that it continues on from that, so I only really want to trim stuff that has a start and a finish in a small area. I really enjoyed yesterday. So yesterday I did Monday Night Retro as always, but yesterday I played the Amiga, which actually watched a few videos on how to build and emulated it. I want to get a physical Amiga, and I will be getting one I think in the new year. So for now I had to emulate it, but my goodness was it fun playing some old Amiga games. It was so cool. So many like instant memories, sort of flashbacks of playing those games. Even when I thought I do need to paint, I sat here thinking I do actually need to paint. I haven't painted for a few days, maybe even almost a week I haven't painted for. So I knew I had to paint tonight. I need to get something done. But I was sitting there thinking, oh, I could just play the Amiga. Cannon fodder is calling me. But nearly won. The hobby wars have begun. The fight between my time and retro gaming, or miniature painting and miniature war games. Of course, more. Yeah, when yours is very specific to the pull of the virtual world. More, you must be loving the metaverse. You're well in doc. You're well ready for Ready Player One universe, aren't you? You've already got a lot of hours in the virtual world. Well, yeah, that's definitely a problem. No worries, man. Enjoy the hobby hangout. No problem at all. Send everyone my hello. No, I bet you can't more. I bet yeah, I bet it probably feels weird playing a non-VR game, especially like something where it is as immersive in flight. I mean, flight simulators, yeah, 100%. I can. The first time I ever played, it was a really simple game. You've probably definitely played it. It was on the PlayStation, and it was called Eve Valkyrie. And it's just like a Wing Commander type game, obviously modern, all the rest of it. But the first time I played that in VR, and you go rushing out of the tunnel into space, and you just look around you, and you're just like, holy crap, this is amazing. And that was several years ago now. I must admit, I haven't played a modern VR game. I've seen your streams. Oh, was it a launch title on the Oculus? Was it? I mean, yeah, it was fantastic, wasn't it? It was good. It was really good. Like, it was short, but it just, that first time it launches you out of the tunnel. And it was really weird because when you well, it wasn't weird. It was obviously designed to be like that. But if you're sat in a chair holding a PS4 controller with the headset on, when you look down, your hands were naturally where the hands were in the cockpit. So even though it wasn't representing your hands, because it wasn't using the sticks or anything like that, but the hands were exactly like on your lap holding the joystick, except you were holding the controller. So weirdly, it did feel like your hands were in the game. It was a bit strange. They did it really well for a launch game. They did it. They really showed off VR quite well with that Valkyrie game. And the first few times that you sort of like barrel roll in the ship and stuff like that, it kind of blew your mind. So I need to give a modern go of VR. Because I mean that was on the original PlayStation 4 as well, so not even the PS4 Pro. Because I know the PS4 Pro, I'm not sure it did better resolution. I think it just did a higher frame rate. I think. Because I know frame rate is pretty key in VR games, isn't it? Yeah, I bet. Yeah, better. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think this was right. I don't think the PS4 one is a very high. I don't want to. I want to say like. I'm not sure if it's even 1080p. It might be 7. I don't know. I can't remember what it was. Because you really do need that sort of high frames that you don't get the motion sickness, and therefore I think they lowered the quality. It might have been 720p or even lower than that maybe. Because I think when you're wearing the headset, it's not too important because you're right up close to it. Obviously, it's right in front of your eyes. But you need the frame rate, else you just throw up, basically. Again, I wonder how far away we are before, again, my two hobbies collide in VR. You know, video gaming and tabletop wargaming. You've already got tabletop games in video game format, haven't you? So, I wonder how long until... Well, I guess you've already played a dungeon... You've played a dungeon crawler game, haven't you? In VR. Is that the one? Is that Demio, is it? Is that the one... Yeah, I mean, yeah, on Tabletop Simulator is just a, you know, you can get your 40k army out on the table in virtual reality. Christ, the way things are going, it might be the only way we can play games together again. I'm glad you managed to get your dragon meat out of the way before things started to go a bit bonkers again. Yeah, no, exactly. That's what, yeah, it's nice to get something in. At least you've done something. Carry you for a little bit, and then hopefully a couple of months, and we'll be opening up again. With any luck. Right, the last thing I might do is just this back piece here, just so there's a not so blank at the back there. And then we're going to come back round with a silver and do some other bits. All of the joints and stuff I'm going to do with black Templar. It's all going to get a black wash as well. Just so it doesn't look super clean. Yeah, I think that'll do for now. I might come back to it with some other bits when I start sort of. I just don't want there to be just so much gold trim that nothing else really sees the light of day. Corey Berry. I'm not sure what you said. The Varktech. I'm not sure what that is. If you're referring to these miniatures, then these are the Enlightened from. What? No, this is the Union from Wild West Exodus. By the way, if you haven't done so already, everyone should go and comment on my video for the stocking filler and hopefully win a prize on Friday. Who doesn't love free stuff? Free. Yeah, I am. I am still doing the advent calendar every day, Jim. Yeah. What are we on now? Tomorrow is an interesting one because tomorrow is box 15, which is below box 9, and box 9 was empty. So I'm hoping tomorrow is a double hitter. 2 things, hopefully, in tomorrow's box. Will it be true? Or will we be massively disappointed? And it also be empty? No, I'm sure it'll be fine. Well, we're gonna slather some black Templar into all of the mechanical bits. To be fair to this miniature, is a blimmin' lot of it.
Shadows in the city. I'm a stranger to myself. On these streets, I'm someone else. Shadows in the city. Like a demon in the dark. Come to tear us apart.
I think this thing on the back here, this is going to be like with the green. I've got the vents and stuff to do with the green. Yeah. Okay, so that's all going to take a bit of time to dry. So we'll grab some grey cere. Where's my grey cere? Not celestial grey. There it is. The thing is, I have to be so tidy with this because I'm going to be using the glow paint. It's going to be blowing out from the edges anyway, so I can afford to be a little bit. Goes up onto the edges, it's no big deal. I feel like I seem to have random people appearing in the YouTube chat to just post random things. Because I have no idea what void.fyi is. But thanks. Guess I've not really thought about moderation yet on the old YouTube chat. Luckily, it is extremely quiet. Yeah. Hey, it looks like the YouTube chat's busy, so you know I'll take it. Even if I only ever get bots talking to me. You sure you're not a bot, Jim? You've been replaced by some clever AI just to keep me company and talk to me. They often lead to bed. I bet they do. And I bet you visited some of them. But I'm here to advertise my sexy hot tub stream. Oh man. Oh, you're so not on the meta now, Jim, because not hot tub streams anymore. Isn't it bikini twister, I think, is the thing now, isn't it? Isn't that what, yeah, so I hear from people on the internet. I have no idea, but I believe that is the new meta. Yeah, exactly. So here, I mean, I must have read it somewhere in a really highbrow newspaper. Which is good because I was getting close to that 400 followers on Twitch, so I nearly committed to the hot tub stream, didn't I? But now, luckily, that meta's moved on. Yeah. Oh yeah. I'd heard from people. I just wouldn't want you going around with misinformation, Jim. That's all. Wouldn't want you talking about these, outlandish hot tub streams when actually the meta is a bikini twister. All I'm saying, In a way, I'm doing you a service. Ginger Hippie Gaming, hello, mate. Buddy. Thanks for coming in and saying hello. We are trying. This is a miniature from the tabletop game called Wild West Exodus. If you think of the movie Wild Wild West with Will Smith, I know probably don't want to think about that, but that is the closest I can get you. This is so this is him in his non-legendary form. So this is I can't remember his name. His name's gone out of his head. What's his name? Something Tesla. But there he is, floating in his like warp lightning-y mech suit. And then when you're ready to up your game, you can bring out the legendary version of him, which is in a big walking mech suit. So I normally paint over on Twitch, but I thought given I've had so much fun on YouTube recently, I thought I'm gonna give painting over on YouTube a try. So do appreciate you coming in and saying hello, pal. Exactly, yeah, I know. But when explaining the game of Wild West Exodus, I'll give you a case in point. There we go. I mean, what else could this be? So, I don't want to bring back memories of Wild West Exodus, of Wild Wild West, but when you're describing this game to people, and this is the kind of miniatures that are in the game, what else can you say? Because this is clearly the main baddie from that movie. So, yeah, there we go. But yes, that's what the table behind me is all set up for. So if I was to flip you over, let's see if I can do this. Can I do this? I I think I can do this. Nah. Not as well as I thought I could. Never mind. There we go. Hey. So yes, this is the table for the game. Yeah. There you go. I should bring you back to here. So yeah, it's a big tabletop war game. Your force against someone else's force. It's just released with a new edition, so I'm painting up some forces for my kids and I to beat each other to death with on the table. When I say we, I mean my son will destroy me because he destroys me in every game we play. Thanks, pal. How are you enjoying your Spectrum Next? It looks super awesome. I believe you won that, dude. How often do I change the table? Fairly regularly. It depends on what game we're playing. So, that's. I mean, so I have these kind of. Let me try and show you on the other camera. So yeah, you can probably see in this corner. So where my hand is down here. Hello. I have all these different mats. So there is a sea mat, sea mat, grass mat, another grass mat, a planet mat, an urban city mat. So I can change it to any kind of scenery I like, and then it's just like dressing the table with the sort of, dressing the table with the various bits of terrain and stuff that you want to play. So okay, James. Yeah, so then you can. I changed. It depends what game we're playing. So we can go from fantasy games like Lord of the Rings type settings to desert games like what we play. There's a game called Dracula's America where it's proper old Wild West. 40k future games. The table can be pretty much set up for any of those games, and we chop and change fairly regularly. This is all just out at the moment because it's kind of inspiring me to get this stuff painted. Got some great games on the way, I bet, man. I mean, so far from what I've seen, it looks really cool. I was never a Spectrum. I say I was never a Spectrum guy. The very first computer we ever owned was a ZX81, but then I went straight from that to Commodore. So I had Commodore 16, Commodore 64, Commodore Amiga. So I never really saw the Spectrum again. But it's very cool that they have created a new Spectrum essentially. I can't see Commodore ever coming back. Although I wish it would, that would be amazing. Imagine a new Commodore computer. Yeah, when I saw you won that, my friend, I was like, given I've only just recently got to know everybody on YouTube, and I knew you already had like a huge love for all things Spectrum. When you said you'd won that, I was like, man, that couldn't have gone to a better person to win, frankly. That was like actual perfection. Yeah, this round on us popped in earlier as well. I don't know if I don't know if I missed them or not, but they said hello, but I was head down, so I will reach out to them and say thanks for dropping in on the channel. I had lots of fun last night streaming Amiga games. I may be going back to the Amiga this evening before this night is up. With that said, I've probably got about 20 minutes left of this stream. Really wanted to get a quick look at how this sort of Tesla paint, this warp lightning paint does on here. Yeah, this should work. This is such a good, if you're ever looking for a fluorescent green color or something to almost be quite alien in its look. This Tesseract Glow paint from GW is really good. It's so easy to give you sort of a glowing look to it. Now I'm going to paint this on here, but this might be too much, so I might back this off a bit. Because I might go with yellow light, like actually go with lights. But I'm trying to insinuate this whole thing is kind of Tesla powered, so anything coming off of it would be in the green. So yeah, we'll do this whole thing will be sort of if I block out some of the colours now. we go. Right, so I'm going to start finishing up in a sec because this is good enough for one session. If you happen to watch this back on YouTube at some point, I already know I have a community for this sort of stuff over on Twitch. So I would like people's opinion on whether they would watch painting streams on YouTube. Because I think it's a bit weird. I don't want to necessarily run this in two different ways. I don't really want to have streaming to two things at once, because it means after it just feels weird. So I guess my choices are to do what I've said, which is split two hobbies across two channels. So tabletop wargame, everything to do with tabletop keep on Twitch, and everything to do with video gaming keep on YouTube. Or do I do the other thing, which is move everything to YouTube and stop doing the Twitch thing? Because to be honest, Twitch is saturated, I think, for miniature wargaming. So don't know, guess I'm talking to myself a little bit and just thinking out loud. But I generally don't know whether there is a interest in this on YouTube or not from the people that I interact with. I guess maybe they're quite very distinctly different hobbies, so guess I'm quite unique in that I like miniature wargaming and retro video gaming. Although saying that, a few of my miniature wargaming chums are absolutely also into video gaming as well. Right, I'm probably gonna finish there because I've got lots of wet paint down. But we started off with a not painted miniature, and now we have miniature with paint on it. So there's loads of work to do because I need to wash and highlight everything. I need to do him. He's not painted at all, so you know, I sort of there is an awful lot to do. I want to do loads of chipping on this guy as well because I want him to look like he's taking a bit of damage and a bit of beating up a little bit. So there's loads of stuff to do. There's all the pipe work that needs doing. But I'm just glad to start getting colour down on him. Yeah. But yeah, I think it's looking all right. So for those of you on Twitch, thank you very much as always for being here. Yeah, if you aren't following, chuck us a follow. Yeah, it looks, yeah, well, this is going to be that sort of green electrical juice there, Jim, as you said, nice lime green highlights. Yeah, so we'll get to play around with those. If you're watching this on YouTube live right now, thank you very much for being here. If you aren't subscribed, maybe subscribe, that'd be really cool. And give us a like, because they're always nice, and give us a comment, because I always reply to every single comment. If you're watching this on playback on YouTube, let me know if this is your jam, or whether this is not the sort of stuff you want to see. Either way is good information, because like I say, I could split across those two channels, keeping one side of the hobby in one place and another side of the hobby in the other. But otherwise, there's loads of stuff on YouTube. There's more painting videos, there's loads of video game videos. Literally last night I did a live stream on the Amiga So go and check out the playlist, which is Monday Night Retro. I think there's 27 episodes now of Monday Night Retro. I can't believe I've been doing that for 27 weeks. I think Risky Jim, I think you've been there for every single one of them. Thanks, pal. Even though some of them have been on a Monday, on a Tuesday, I might add. But yeah, Monday Night Retro, I love doing it. It's a great fun bit. And then there's loads of other stuff like unboxings and video and game reviews and just all sorts of odds and sods. So let me know what you like or don't like. Maybe give us a subscribe on YouTube as well. So I will say good night and thank you. Thanks to everyone that came over on both platforms and said hello. I will see you all real soon. All right. Cheers all. Bye bye.